Testing 1, 2, test. Can you hear me, guys? Hello, Ricardo. How you doing? Okay, you can hear me. Good. All right, tonight we're going to continue on the Chaffee books, his patterns, time functions, and we're going to work with the combinations. Now, last night we were doing stick control symbol pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now, the way he lays this out, I think is pretty brilliant. You know, especially page 11, and he follows suit. Okay, he follows suit. So we're going to try to do 23, 24, 25, maybe up to 27. But I would highly recommend before you do the combinations, just to warm up. It's like when you do the stick control book or you want to loosen your hands up, you loosen up with the vamping patterns. You loosen up your hands. So we're going to work with that pattern number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would recommend doing the bass drum exercises on 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Sit there and do number 1 for a while. Feel good. Go to number 2. Next one. Next one. So this way you get in tune, you're warmed up, you understand, you're feeling good. Then you challenge yourself and go over to his combinations using that symbol pattern from the stick control book. Now, the way I got the symbol pattern, let me explain to you how I did that. Stick control book, the first, page 5, the first line, is written as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what I did is instead of taking it in 1 and 4, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, I'm combining the two measures as 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, which gives you 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So what I do is I eliminate the lefts, and that just gives me my right. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 E and I hit on the hi-hat. That's the symbol pattern, 1 E and. You see how I got that? Now I just drop a backbeat on 2 and 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. Then I'll go, after I've done page 11 and feeling good about both right-handed and left-handed, I'll hit number 23. And I'll stay with the first measure. And when I feel good with the first measure, I'll go to the second measure. I feel good with that, go to the third. Feel good with that, the fourth, so on and so forth. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 measures. And once you go through that, you're going to make some mistakes. Here's what it's not a trick, but here's what I do, is if I make a mistake, I'll start again from the beginning. So I'll take number 1. And number 23, the first measure, just hang out there. I feel good with that. Go to number 2. Next one. Next one. Next one. One. Ah. It's hard to talk and do this. Then I'll go to the next one. One. And I'll keep doing the first one again. Then I'll say, all right, I'm going to play the whole thing through with the repeats over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'll just keep doing that, I don't know, I'll set my timer, maybe 5-10 minutes, and just hang out with number 23. Now, like I said, or I mentioned before in our conversations, this has nothing to do with any particular tune or bass line. It's to develop that backbeat, that strong backbeat, and the cymbal pattern, and controlling the bass drum. You're commanding that bass drum to play where you want it to play or where it's written. Okay, any questions on that number 23, Ricardo? Or whoever else is watching? No questions? All right, now let's go to number 24. Again, we're still working with this one. Now this time he shifts the bass drum over to the E of 1 and the E of 3. That's the first measure. Second measure. Next measure. Okay. Emmanuel, how you doing? Emmanuel Gaming Everything. Gaming. Is that your name? Is that your first name, Emmanuel? We're working, first off, you don't have any PDFs. That's number one. We're working out of the Shafee book, his time functions, patterns. Time functions. That's the name of it. And I'm on the combination bass drum exercises. Okay. I just did number 24. Do you have the Shafee book? Now, okay. Well, whatever your first name is, I'll call it. You just tell me what it is. Get on my email list. You email me, and I'll send you some PDFs. Or I'm working on this particular manual right now that will be for sale in a few weeks. Hey, boom. That's supposed to be Gmail. Let me do that again. These little laptops are ridiculous. That's Matt Patella. You just hit one. Hold on. 1001 at gmail.com. Just email me, and I'll send you some PDFs. Now, if you're going to frequent this lessons. I do my lessons Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In a couple of weeks, I will start doing afternoon lessons, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm not certain yet, 4 days a week. So the people in Europe can view the lesson at a really convenient time for themselves. And the people in America, USA, 7:30 on the East Coast and 4:30 on the West Coast, and the Central Time and Mountain Time. So it's kind of hard doing all of that. So just email me. I'll put you on my mailing list, and I'll tell you what books you should get if you're going to frequent this broadcast. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get the Stick Control book by George Lawrence Stone, the Bible. Joe Morello's Master Studies, the Syncopation book by Ted Reed, and the Chaffee Pattern series, Time Functions. So you get that, you'll understand what we're doing. And if you need help reading, I will do a few broadcasts with just reading only. And I will do a few broadcasts with hand technique. Some exercises that I've developed from the Stick Control book, which is in my new up-and-coming publication, Beyond Control. Okay, now let's go back. We did number 24. We're going to do number 25. Now remember the consistency of sound we're after. I'm going to do it slow. Now I want you to count 16 notes. 1 E and the 2 E and 3 E and the 4. Number 25. 2, 3 E and the 4 and 1 E and the 2 and 3 E and the 4 and 1 E and the 2 E and 3 E and the 4 E and 1 E and the 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and E and the 1, so on and so forth. We understand that. Hello, Dennis. How are you? What I try and do, the question is, all right, are all 4 days a different lesson, or do you repeat material? Well, I get a tremendous amount of requests, and it's always good to revisit. I don't like to repeat lessons. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I don't think that I've repeated a lesson yet. That's 4 days a week. However, when somebody wants to revisit something they're not certain of, yeah, we're going to go on to that. Okay? What I'm doing right now is I'm working from the Chaffee books, the pattern series, Time Functions, with stick control symbol patterns. I do page 11, and then I go through all of his, through Gary Chaffee's combinations. There's maybe about 20 different symbol patterns. They're all different. They're extremely complicated. Some are pretty easy. Like this one is pretty darn easy because I refer to this as the money beat, dropping it down to 2 and 4. This is not funk or fatback. It's basic rock. A lot of guys, that's all they can play. 3, 4, 1 E and 3. That's all they play. And that's the basic, I call it the money beat. 1, 2, 3. And we get fancy, we get into harmonic coordination, cross harmonic coordination, layered, linear, 4-way coordination. Does that, are you on my mailing list, Dennis? If not, I put my email there. Email me. I'll put you on the email, on my mailing list. I'll send you out the agenda for the week, the time and location. I have another site that I broadcast from. That's my website, mattpatellallivelessons.com. But for now, this is what I'm working on. working on this particular site, and we're working on the Chaffee patterns. Anyway, do you have any requests, Dennis? If you have any requests, we can cover it if I can help you. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I'm a learning drummer, always trying to become better, remain humble, and going forward. You're Danito. You're on my mailing list. All right. What do you want to request something? Because I do have a lesson planned. But being that we're talking right now, and there's a couple people that are not here that I could wait upon to continue the lesson, because I want to do the combinations 23 through 27. So do you have any requests that you would like to go over or learn something that I could help you out with? Just throw it in there and we'll see. In the meantime, I'm just going to go back to the ostinatos. To the symbol patterns. Let's hit number 26. Remember, we're working this. Number 26. Like I said before, I'll say with the first measure. 1, 2, 3 E and the 4, and 1 E and the 2. And I feel good with that. Go to second measure. 1 E and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E. And I'll play each one over and over again until I go to the end of the combination. Now the challenge is, I'll say on any one of these combinations, is to start at the beginning and play all the way through without a mistake. You make a mistake, it's okay. That means that you're learning, or you got a weakness and it came to you, something's wrong, you want to fix it. So you want to work on it. So now, how I do it, I'll do, like I said, I'll do number 26. I'll stay with the first measure for a while. That feels good, I'll go to the second measure. And that feels good to the third measure, feel good to the fourth, so on and so forth. When I complete the combination of 26, the challenge is to do from the first measure to the last measure over and over again. Go running right into the next measure without disrupting your sound here. All right, I'm going to do that for you. Number 26, 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and 3, 1. E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and so on and so forth. All right, well, I should start from the beginning again. But that's the challenge, is to go through it. Now, once you get one side, you want to hit this side. This makes it stronger for you. You really need to concentrate a lot more if you're right-handed. If you're right-handed, it's a piece of cake because you're so accustomed to doing it right. Then you want to do it this way. Open-handed. Ambidextrous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, so on and so forth. That is, excuse me, the challenge. Now these are really, really helpful to develop, just some funk and fatback. This is not fatback. Remember, fatback is a displacement of the backbeat. That's a regular rock pattern. We're going to get into funk as well. But for now, we're just working on the combinations. I have one more, number 27. I'm going to really teach this. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to answer questions until I get some. So, let's say I'm a student always, but I'm going to say, I just bought the book today. I know how to read. Let me try to put it together. He has the bottom notes, the bass line. 1, E. and the, and the backbeat on 2. 2, E, and the, then he repeats it, so it's going to make it 4/4. 3, E, and the 4, E, and the. So what I do, if I just got this today, I would go from 20, the first measure, to the end, just playing the bass drum part and the snare drum part. I'm going to do that right now, nice and easy and nice and slow. It's not about speed, it's about control. If you don't have control, speed will not exist. If you don't have control, the pocket will not exist. The flow will not exist. Control. So I take it to a point and I say, okay, where can I control this? Well, I highly recommend counting 16th notes. You're not trying to cook, you're not trying to prove anything, you're not trying to be the greatest drummer in the world, you're just trying to be a better drummer. And we're all created equal when it comes to drumming. However, we are all in different places because we've been playing longer. And we work, we practice, and we work hard and hard to learn more and more. And that's the drumming community. Each one should help each other. It's not about competition. It's not about sports. All right, now I'm going to do 27, the bass drum line and the snare drum line. I'm going to stay with line 1. I feel good with that. I'm going to go to line 2, stay there, feel good with that, and move on. Number 27, 16th note counting, very slow. 1, E, and the 2, E, and the 3, E, and the 4, E. Next line, 1, E, and the 2, E, and the 3, E, and the 4, E, and next measure, 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E. Next, 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and Now, what I do, who's this? Bye, Matt. Who's this? Jeffrey Cole? What's up, Matt? The next statement is bye, Matt? Did I do something wrong? Huh. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put it to the cymbal pattern. Number 27. 3, 4. So on and so forth. Jeffrey Cole. Wannabe, I don't know. People are strange. Okay, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 28 through 32. We're going to start on 23. We're going to wind up on 32. Any questions, gentlemen? Any questions before I sign off? Jeffrey Cole. Vino Wannabe. What a name. Okay. You were here all the time, Joe? You've been practicing, huh? I'm trying to cut down the talking a whole lot, but it's difficult to do that when I get newbies in here, and they want to. Okay. Who's that? Ricardo. Any questions? Okay. Get on my mailing list. I'll send you all the PDFs I can, free for now. You don't say hello? Joseph. You have any questions about last night? You know, you said I helped you out a lot. Does this make it clearer to how to play these patterns? Absolutely. I want to stay with the first one so I can complete it. There's a tremendous amount of symbol patterns. I've come up with 20 different symbol patterns. I spent most of my day. Yeah, maybe, we can finish this and we'll go to another symbol pattern. First, you have to start with basics and understand, first off, what is going on with page 11 and the combinations against the symbol pattern. I've explained in the beginning of the lesson how I came up with that. It's not that I came up with it, it's a basic rock pattern. It's a money beat. Everybody knows how to play that. So once they understand how to play that pattern, which I did get from Stick Control, keep it in order, and play Chaffee's foot patterns, and we can work with stick control patterns as well with the foot, besides symbol patterns, it makes you better. Like what I'm going to be working on, Ricardo. The one that's very unusual is quarter notes. 1E and the 2E and the 3, 4. That's actually line 1 again. Oh. See that? But 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add a little color to that. So on and so forth. Or we'll work with the paradiddle ostinato. Did you ever work with the paradiddle ostinato with me? Or so on and so forth. There's a tremendous amount of things. I can't do everything in one night, or 2 nights, or 3 nights. It's a period of time. And we'll try to get, I will definitely, you'll be on a different symbol pattern. That's a very basic symbol pattern. We're going to play the E-ands. Let me just give you a few examples of the up and coming symbol patterns, okay? 1. Okay, or 1. I've been working on that booklet all day. So far, I'm on 80 pages. Looks like it's going to be about 300 pages. I want to get it out to everybody, and it makes it a lot easier for you because you're visualizing it, and a lot easier for me because I get it over with the PDFs. Does that help you out a little bit, Ricardo? Joseph, does that help you out? Have you had any problems with last night's lesson? We're going to do some rudiments. We're going to do some hand technique. We're going to work from Joe Morello's book. We're going to work from the stick control book per se. We're going to work with the syncopation book. Okay? I will try to do a broadcast maybe next week at 1 p.m. Let me see how it works out. You know, this is a lot of work. But hey, if it helps people, that's what it's about. Now, Paul's not here. Ed's not here. Mike is not here. A lot of guys are not here that were here last night. I guess they have to watch football. Joe, did it help you? You didn't answer my question. You have any questions on last night's lesson? You have any difficulty? Because I am, and I work on it. Okay. No questions. No problems. See everyone tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Joe, Ricardo, Emmanuel, Jeffrey Cole. All right. Have a good night, guys. See us tomorrow night. Hold on. Oh boy, tired.